Hello and welcome to the course on Engineering Graphics, unit number 3, orthographic projections. So in the last presentation we have just introduced you with the orthographic projections, and now we are going to solve some problems on orthographic projections. So generally we have been given the pictorial representation of an object, and you are asked to draw three views of this object, okay, by using first angle method of projection. So we have seen that the first angle method of projection means you are going to keep this particular object in the first quadrant, and your vertical plane will be above xy line and horizontal plane will be below xy line. It means xy line is actually intersection of the vertical plane and horizontal plane. Okay, so whenever you have to start drawing the projection of this particular object, so you always start with the drawing this xy line. And once you draw the xy line, then we have to draw a line which is parallel to this xy line, okay, above xy line and below xy line, like this, below xy line at fixed distance. So that distance can be decided as minimum 20 mm above the xy line and 20 mm below the xy line. Okay, so this way if you draw it, you will get it this in this way. Then similarly we have to draw one line which is perpendicular to this xy line, and it will be called as a x1 y1 line. Okay, x1 y1 like this, and a parallel line to this vertical line is to be drawn on the right side as well as on the left side. That should be also equidistant. So this distance and this distance should be equal, and that can be kept as a 20 mm. Okay, so you will draw it like this. So this is xy line drawn, and this is x1 y1 line drawn. Okay, this is x1 and this is y1. So now we have to start drawing the projection of this particular object looking from the front. So suppose if I have decided this direction for the front view of this particular object, so I will be getting the front view, means I am going to keep this in a first quadrant like this. So this is the front plane or the vertical plane, and this will be horizontal plane. So you are going to keep your object like this in the first quadrant. So if I am looking from this side, so I will be drawing the front view in this plane, okay, and the top view over this plane and the side view in this plane, like this it will be drawn. So definitely we are going to draw these views looking from three different sides as it is being asked. So your front view will be here in the vertical plane. So vertical plane is here, so you can draw a rectangle here with its maximum length and height. So you have to observe for this particular object what is the maximum height of it and maximum width of it, okay, so as well as the length of it. So now if my direction of viewing this particular object is from this side, okay, so I will be considering, or I will be measuring the length of this object like this, and I will be marking their total length as well. Then I have to make the measurement of the total height of this particular object. So I will be marking this total height as h, and the length of length and height is over there, and this is nothing but the width of this particular object. So this particular distance will be the width of this object. Okay, so we have just marked the total dimensions, maximum dimensions of length, height and the width of this object. So when you see it from the front, so two dimensions are important, length and height. So you will be drawing one rectangle with a length and height here above the xy line. That is our front view. Then when you have to draw the top view, we can take the projections from this. Okay, so if you take the projection from this, definitely the whatever the length you have drawn here in the front view, same length can be obtained there. Okay, now another dimension for the top view is when you are looking from the top, so you are having this length and this width. So whatever the width is there, that width you have to mark over there, so that you will get this particular rectangle for drawing the top view of that particular object. Okay, so this is nothing but the width of it, okay, and this is nothing but the length which is being transferred from this view by taking a projection. Okay, so we have just taken a projection from here. like this, and this line is already drawn by us previously. Now to get the side view of it, we can take the projections from here. So this projection, when I am transferring, it's just when I am drawing the horizontal line here, actually what is the height of that object is that is transferred to the side view. So definitely when I am looking for the side view on this side, so I will be getting height of that object and the width of that object. So this width of that object we can also transfer, okay, for getting the side view of it. So just you have to draw a line with an angle of 45 degree from here like this, and draw this horizontal from here, okay, and also whenever it will intersect here, you will draw a vertical line from here. Now whatever the dimension is to be transferred now, so this is nothing but we are taking the projection for transferring the width of that object, okay. So this is the way you have transferred the width, passing from this point and this point, and for height you have transferred the dimension from here. So in the side view itself you will be getting for height this one, and this line also you have to transfer. So by transferring these two lines you will be getting this particular rectangle, okay, and that then you can draw the, by taking the position of it, you can draw the side view of it in this particular rectangle. Okay, so this is the first step in starting the orthographic projection. So once you have got all these dimensions, length, width and height, and then you have drawn the xy line and x1 y1 line also, and transferred the projections of these major rectangles which are drawn for the front view, top view and side view, okay, then you have to start observing this particular object carefully and see that how it will be looking like when you are drawing these different views. So if you see from this front, for the front view of this at this moment, you will find out that this object is drawn, means the front view of this object is colored with a pink. So whatever you can see from this side, it is marked with a pink color. So now you can observe this plane. So this plane, whatever is visible here, that you have to draw, which will be definitely visible to you from this side. So you will find that there is some, this vertical line is completely visible of this height, so this height will be there, okay. So let me use some another color. Now you can see here that height is I am marking here using a black color. Now some distance from this side, means from this corner to the towards left, there is certain distance that I have to mark, and then I will be joining this particular line. Then vertically downward there is some dimension, so you have to come down by that much dimension, okay. Then you have to draw it horizontal, so you can draw it horizontal line of the given size. Then again you have to come down by some distance, it is again downward. Then there is another line here horizontal, this much distance, so that distance you have to mark from this point like this. Similarly there is an upward distance again here, so we will mark this upward distance like this, okay. Then this horizontal distance in this way, okay, and then again there is a downward distance there, so that you will mark the downward distance, and then again horizontal line. So this will be a plane will be complete. So this plane which you can see from the front, it is having this first line, okay, this is second line, this is third line, okay, then this is fourth line. So that all the lines you are just constructing in the front view, fifth line, sixth line, seventh line, this is eighth line vertical, and 9th line. So total 9 lines if you draw, you will construct this particular front view, okay. Now whatever this particular portion is there which is visible to you, okay, exactly this shape and this shape, okay, this particular shape is just behind this one. So whatever the slot is here, so that can be represented here in the front view by drawing this line. But now this line, okay, is not visible from this side, so it is an invisible line. So we can draw that invisible line by using a dash line. So there will be dash here, dashes here, two dashes here. So you will draw the dash line here. Then at the same time this block is not visible from this side. So for this line and for this line, you will again draw the dashed line here like this, okay. So this way you can draw that dash line. So at whatever the depth of it is there, that for that much depth you have to draw that line like this. So this is the way you will construct the front view. So this front view we have drawn by passing our ray of sight from all these different corner points like this. We have passed the rays of sight, okay, and we have obtained the front view over this particular plane, that is our vertical plane. So you are getting this front view like this, okay. And then if we have to obtain the side view of it, so we have to see this particular object from the left hand side, and your ray of sight will be passing like this, and all these rays will be parallel to each other, okay. So you will find the side view of this particular object, which is shown here in the blue color, will be visible on the profile plane like this. And similarly, when you see it from the top, okay, so your ray of sight will be passed like this. All these rays will be parallel to each other and perpendicular to this particular plane over which you have to obtain that view. So that is nothing but the horizontal plane. So top view will be obtained on the horizontal plane, and the top view here it is shown in the green color, okay. So this green colored top view you can see, and it will be obtained like this. So this way you will get the front view, side view, as well as the top view. And as I asked you the procedure to be drawn, so accordingly we can draw that front view there, as it is shown over here, okay. In addition to this, there is a dashed line here, okay. Then there will be a top view of this will be drawn here, and then we'll take this projection being transferred from this front view and the top view to get the side view. So side view will be drawn like this. So all these details means the things which are visible to you will be shown as a full lines, and the things which are not visible, like here this slot is there at the bottom, but from the top it is not visible, but it is there. So for that you are drawing this, as this slot is complete, through slot is there, so we are drawing this line completely here, okay. So as well as this will be the line which will be there in that particular view when looking from the front side, and from this looking from the top one, so you will get this C shape. So this C shape is drawn completely, then this rectangle and this rectangle. So this rectangle is drawn here, this rectangle is drawn here, and one more rectangle like this, which is in between here, okay. And for the slot, this is the dashed line, and there is nothing here in between, so it is the removed portion from here. So this way your top view will look like, okay. So this is what you can draw the front view, top view, and side view of these objects, and then you can provide the dimensions to all these parts. Now how to give the dimensions, that we have already discussed in the unit number 1, that the dimension should not be repeated, and a particular method of dimensioning is to be followed, okay. So with that way we can draw it. So we'll just stop here and we'll see the next problem of orthogonal projection in the next presentation. So thank you very much.